everyone, it's Sarah and welcome to my crochet channel. Today's video is square number 7 in our year-long crochet along, the Grantastic Crochet Along for 2019. Now, today's square is called the Front Post Granny, and we're going to learn how to make front posts on our granny square. Now we have done 6 other granny squares. We've done a basic, we've done a solid, we've done a circle and a square, we've done granny in the corner, we've done a flower, and last month we did meshy granny. And so we've done 6. Today is our 7th. And if you would like information on the Grantastic Crochet Along or any of the squares, you can click that link that's right up there in the corner, or you can go to the notes underneath the video and you'll find the link to both this square and then the page that has all the squares with their written pattern link and the video link. It also has all the information on how to get started. I'm going to be continuing on with my same color that I started with. This is Red Heart Super Saver. It's a medium number 4 weight yarn. And I've been using this same color. It is a light teal. I believe it's called Turk or Torque, something like that. And I know sometimes on the video it might appear a little bit lighter, but it is a teal, and I'm doing all of my squares in the same color. Now remember, as we talked about in our first video, that you can do all of your squares in different colors, or you can do them all the same. You can use variegated stripes, whatever yarns that you have on hand. You can even use up all your leftovers. Just make sure that all of your squares are made with the same fiber and weight of yarn. I'm using acrylic, like I said, Red Heart Super Saver and medium number 4. And also make sure you're using the same size hook for all your squares. I'm using the H, which is a 5.0 millimeter crochet hook. You'll need a needle for weaving in your ends, and of course you'll need a pair of scissors. We're going to begin our square with a slip knot, and then we're going to chain 5 chains. We're going to join this chain 5 into a circle, so we'll put the tail of yarn over our hook and pull it through. Then we'll tie that little stay knot so our circle stays together. All right, now we're going to go in that chain 5, pull up a loop, and chain 3. This chain 3 will count as our first double crochet. We're going to stitch 2 more double crochets, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through the first 2, yarn over, and go through the second 2. Now we're going to chain 2. We're going to stitch 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, and 3, and chain 2. Now we're going to repeat our 3 double crochets, chain 2, 2 more times. 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, chain 2. 3 double crochets, 1, 2, tail out of the way there, and 3, and chain 2. Now we're going to join to the top of our chain 3 with a slip stitch. We'll slip stitch in that next double crochet, we'll slip stitch in the next double crochet, and then we'll slip stitch in the chain 2 space and chain 3. And that gets us back to our chain 2 corner. And this is the way row 1 should look. We're going to do row 2. Chain 3 counts as our first double crochet. We're going to stitch another double crochet in that corner. We're going to chain 2 and stitch 2 more double crochets in the corner. And that's what our corners will be. 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. And remember, our chain 3 here counts as our first double crochet. So what we're going to do next is we're going to double crochet in this first double crochet of those 3. So double crochet. And now we're going to front post double crochet in the center of the 3. Now, normally we stitch up here in the top, but we're going to do what's called front post, and the post part of the stitch is this long part right here. So we'll yarn over, and we're going to go around the post, yarn over, pull up our loop, yarn over, go through the first 2, yarn over, and go through the second 2. So we're still stitching a double crochet. We're just putting it in a different place. On the 3rd double crochet, we're going to stitch 1 double crochet. So we have our corner, and then we have a double crochet, front post double crochet, and double crochet. Now we're to our next corner. So we're going to stitch 2 double crochets, 1, 2, we're going to chain 2, and then stitch 2 more double crochets. And that's our next corner. And that brings us to those 3 double crochets that are together. So we're going to stitch 1 double crochet in the first one, a front post double crochet in the middle one, and then a regular double crochet in the last of those 3 of that cluster. So we have our corner, which is 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, then we have a double crochet, front post, and a double crochet. And we're going to repeat that on these next 2 sides. So 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the corner, that brings us to those 3 double crochets. So we'll double crochet in the first one, front post double crochet in the middle, and double crochet in that last of those 3. And then we have our last side. So we're in the corner, so 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets, we'll double crochet in the first double crochet, front post in that center of the 3 double crochets, and then double crochet in the last one. We stitched our last double crochet in the double crochet. We're going to slip stitch in the top of that chain 3, then we'll slip stitch to the corner and chain 3. And this is the way that row 2 should look. You have your corners, and then you have those 3 center stitches that are a double crochet, front post, and double crochet on each side. Now that you understand where to place your front posts opposed to a regular double crochet, this should be a piece of cake. Our corner is going to be the same for row 3. Our chain 3 counts as our first, so we'll stitch another double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. The corners will always be the same. 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. Alright, so now we have all these stitches. And what we're going to do is we're going to place a double crochet in the first one. We're going to front post in the next. We'll double crochet in the next stitch. Then we'll front post double crochet, and this is where we front post double crocheted on the previous row. Then we'll double crochet in the next stitch. We'll front post double crochet in the next, and then we'll double crochet in that next double crochet. All right, let's take a look at it. Here's our corner, 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochets and 1, 2, 3 front post double crochets, and we'll repeat that on each side. All right, so we'll go in the corner and stitch 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. All right, so that brings us to all of these. We're going to double crochet in the first double crochet. We'll front post double crochet in the next double crochet. Then we'll do a regular double crochet. Then we'll front post, and that's the front post from the previous row. Double crochet in the next. Front post double crochet in the next, and then we end with a regular double crochet, and that brings us to our next corner. Pull that out a little bit so you can see. Here's our corner, double crochet, front post, double crochet, front post, double crochet, front post, double crochet. And we'll repeat this on these next 2 sides. The corner, 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet, and then we'll repeat what we did here on the side, and we'll repeat this 2 times. I completed those 2 sides, so I have 4 corners with 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochets, and each of my sides I have 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochets and 3 front post double crochet stitches. All right, let's do row 4. Again, our chain 3 counts as our first double crochet, so we'll stitch another double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. And so now we have all these stitches, right? And we're going to increase our double crochets and our front post double crochet stitches. And so we'll begin the same. We'll double crochet in the first double crochet. We'll front post double crochet in the next, double crochet in the next, whoops, there we go, and then we'll front post double crochet, and this is where we front post double crocheted in the previous row. And so I think you're going to see that they're going to all line up in nice even lines. So I double crocheted, front post double crochet, double crochet, front post double crochet, double crochet, front post double crochet, and then end on a double crochet. And so you can see that now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double crochets and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 front post double crochets. And we'll have that on each end, plus our 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets on the corners. I should call this a side, not an end. All right, let's do another side together. Here's our corner, 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. And again, our corners are going to be the same throughout this project. 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. We're going to double crochet in the first double crochet, front post, double crochet, oops, lost my yarn, front post double crochet in the next double crochet. Then we'll stitch a regular double crochet in the next, front post double crochet in the next, double crochet in the next, front post double crochet in the next, regular double crochet, front post double crochet, there we go, regular double crochet, front post double crochet, and then regular double crochet in the last stitch. So we have our corner, 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochets, and then we have 6 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we have 5 front post double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on each side. And we'll repeat what we did here on these last 2 sides. I've completed those 2 sides. I've joined to the top of my chain 3 with a slip stitch. I slip stitched to my chain 2 space, and I chained 3. The main thing in getting this square correct is that your front post stitches should all line up, and your regular double crochet stitches should all line up as well. If your front post stitch, your double crochets, are off-centered or are not lined up, then you've missed a stitch somewhere. All right, so let's do row 5. We're going to begin with the same way, the chain 3 counts as our first double crochet, and we're going to chain 2, and then we'll stitch 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. All right, so now we have all of these stitches to work with, and we're going to do it exactly the same way. 1 double crochet in the first stitch, front post double crochet in the next stitch, regular double crochet in the next stitch, and then a front post double crochet in the next, and this should be lined up on the same row, or the same, it's not a row, it's a line because our rows are going around, but on the same line as the front post stitch from the previous row. So you're lining up all your stitches, your double crochets are on your double crochets, your front post double crochets are on your front post double crochets. Double crochet, front post double crochet, double crochet, front post double crochet, regular old double crochet, and your front post double crochet. All right, then we have a regular double crochet, a front post double crochet, and then a regular double crochet. All right, so now what you should have, not counting your corner, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 double crochets, and that will give you 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 front post double crochets. All right, let's do another one. We'll do our corner, 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. All right, let's do the side together. 1 double crochet, front post double crochet in the next, double crochet, front post double crochet in the next, and we'll repeat this all the way across. double crochet, front post double crochet, and end with a regular double crochet. And again, we'll have 8 double crochets and 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 front post double crochets. And we will repeat the corner and the side 2 more times. We're going to stitch 1 more row. Some of my squares only have 5 rows or rounds, but because of the way that the front post stitches pull in, I found that it measured better if I added the 6th row. And the 6th row is pretty much the same as the 5th row. We're just going to have more stitches on our side. All right, so what we're going to do is do that corner the same. We have our chain 3, we stitched 1 double crochet, chain 2, and then 2 double crochets. The corners are the same. All right, so now we're going to double crochet in the next stitch. We'll front post double crochet in the next stitch. We'll stitch across, lining up our double crochets and our front post double crochets. You're basically alternating every other stitch just to make sure that you're all lined up so that your front posts are in your front posts and your regular stitches are in your regular double crochet stitches. Now remember, we added a new front post double crochet at the beginning, and then we'll also have one at the end before our regular double crochet stitch. That's how we increase each row. I think because of the thickness of this square, it would make a really nice hot pad or pot holder if you were to make it in cotton. All right, we're to those last 2 stitches, so we'll put our front post double crochet in the next and end with our double crochet. I'm going to pull that out a little bit. So now here's our square or our corner, 2 and 2, and now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 double crochets, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 front post double crochets. All right, let's do this next side together. Again, we're going to place 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. And then we'll just repeat what we did. 1 double crochet in the next stitch, front post double crochet in the next, and then we'll continue to alternate double crochet and front post double crochet across this side. And again, make sure that you're all lined up, that your regular double crochets are in your regular double crochets, and your front post double crochets are in your front post double crochets. This is a fantastic project if you're just practicing your front post double crochets. It's a great way to learn and practice and make something fun. All right, moving across. All right, there's my front post double crochet, regular double crochet. That brings us to our last 2. So we front post double crochet in the next and double crochet in the next. And again, we have our corner, 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. We have 10 regular double crochets and 9 front post double crochets on the side. And we'll repeat this, the corner and the side, 2 more times. I've completed row 6. I slip stitch to the corner even though it's my last row. I really like doing that because to me it just squares it off nice. And then of course I'll just pull it to the back and weave that in with my needle. Alright, now like I said, the way that the front posts kind of pull in, it makes it just a little bit more compact square, and that's why I liked having it with 6 rows. And so this is our 7th square in our Grantastic Crochet Along 2019. We're doing 1 square a month, and you need to remember to make at least 4 of each of the squares of each month's square. Because remember, we're going to put them together in a blanket.